This week on Autospot, Sharon,
Yeah?
I'm thinking of a car, right? It's got aggressive styling. It handles like a beast. And it's an icon when it comes to sports cars.
And does it turn a lot of heads?
Oh yeah, totally does.
Then you must be talking about the BMW M4.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So I was lucky enough to take out the M4 for a spin, and I wanted to see just how many heads we could actually turn with that car. It churns out 317 kilowatts of raw power. Comes in a very interesting Austin yellow color and gets more attention than a Kardashian. I'm talking about the BMW M4 Coupe. And what better place to check out how much attention it can actually grab than out here at Botswana University, where we're gonna go in to find out exactly how many heads we can actually turn with this machine.
We completely turned heads. That's really amazing.
Hi guys, this is Zara for Alpha Direct and we're talking about the speed machine, BMW M4. You can insure this vehicle for as little as $2,900 a month, but depending on your circumstances, this could go up, or it could just go down.
Hey Sharon,
Yeah?
so tell me something. When you're driving around in the city, where do you keep your handbag?
Well, my handbag is absolutely precious to me, so I keep it in the seat right next to me.
In the seat right next to you?
Yeah.
You need to see the car doctor.
No, I just left the office. You don't say.
Hello,
Hello?
I'm the car doctor. Please let's go back to your car. I show you something you did not do. Actually, you have not locked your car. Not only that, your car is loaded with your clothes, your groceries, and your personal items.
Everything.
Worse off, you left the key
Oh my god.
in the ignition, your house keys, your gate remote, and the car keys. It is essential for you to always make sure that you are aware of your surroundings. You lock your car, and not only do you lock it, imagine what would happen if someone took this car. They would have access to your house through the gate, through the keys, their house keys even here. It is very important that you make sure that you lock your car and you check all doors physically, because sometimes some doors may not lock, like this boot. It's full of goods inside, which if you lose, it would be a great loss. Please always check your surroundings when you get out of your car, and if you feel safe, you can park. Take care of your goods, take care of your property, and take care of your car.
Yeah, we are.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you, car doctor.
When you think of Buc-ee's, a lot of names come to mind. But there's a new entrant in the market, and it's called the Fiat Fullback. The Fullback brings with it a whole host of features and accessories. But the real question is, how much stuff can you actually fit in there?
Hey, let me introduce you to my brand new best friend, the Fiat Fullback. This car is a workhorse. Weddings, funerals, and every Botswana man of a certain age is expected to have it. No pressure. It came from a collaboration between Fiat and Mitsubishi and was made in the image of a Mitsubishi L200. It's big and rugged. I love those beautiful lines that go right across the body right there. It actually reminds me of the underside of a boat. It has these intense lights that'll come in handy when you're going Gomasimu or Gomarageng. You want to see where you're driving. The underside is clean and well designed. And in case you're wondering about the roof rack, you never show up empty-handed. So that's where Pudia Hapa is going to be. These wheels are ready to take any terrain. Let's go check out the back. I wonder how much stuff we can stack back there. Now let's check out the interior. The Fiat 4-back comes with an optional 5-speed automatic transmission and 6-speed manual. It can go from 0 to 100 in 12.2 seconds. It has full traction and good incline balancing. I love it in here. It's dark and masculine. It has those beautiful leather steering as well as gear knob. And the leather theme actually went onto the dashboard as well as the seats. And of course, safety always comes first. It has an airbag right here for the driver as well as the front passenger. And of course, entertainment. This infotainment screen will make sure that you're handled at all times. This particular vehicle is a 4-wheel drive, and therefore it comes with a rotary dial to select the drive mode. With a car like this, I wouldn't mind for Nakomasi. I mean it.
We're talking about the Fiat 4-back. You can insure this car for as little as 700 kula a month, but depending on your circumstances, this could go up, or it could just come down.
You know, if you're like majority of Botswana, myself included, you probably love buckies, right? I mean, buckies are brilliant. Whether you're taking a weekend out at the cattle post, or if you decide to make the trek up to the Okavango Delta and rough it through some muddy waters, it's phenomenal. Or even if you want to just try to trek the Makadikadi Pans, there's nothing quite like a bucky. But my friends at Fouché Motors sent me a bucky, and it may not be what we had in mind exactly. See, this is the HSV R8 UTE. Now, in case you're wondering why it looks familiar, Holden, which is the company that makes this car, Holden Special Vehicles, is actually a sister company to Chevrolet, who makes the Chevy SS, which is the infamously popular bucky in Botswana. Now, let me tell you a little bit about it. See, it's got a 6.2 liter V8 under the hood, and it's gonna push out a mind-boggling 340 kilowatts of power and 570 newton meters of torque. Now that is insane. It's gonna basically propel you from 0 to 100 in less than 4.5 seconds. See, there's no way you can take this out into the bush, obviously, because you can see the 20-inch low-profile rims, the lowered suspension. Yeah, it's probably more a sports car than it is a bucky. But come take a look at the back. See, this is actually a really serious bucky as well. I mean, it's got a proper boot. And look at how much space you got back there. I mean, let's say you're having a party with your friends, you're all just chilling there. It's got even these little cup holders here where you can keep drinks like your beer or whatever. Now, how thoughtful is that? You can easily fit about, I would say, 10 bodies more or less. Don't know if that's your thing or not, but just good information to know. Now here's where it gets really cool. See, it comes with a tow hitch as well, and it's going to let you tow about half a ton of weight in a trailer, right? Now that's brilliant, but of course that's not what you're really interested in now, is it? You want to know how well it actually drives. Let me show you. See, the HSV brand stands for basically Holden Special Vehicles, and Holden makes some amazing cars, and a lot of them are related to Chevys across the world. So the HSV R8 has this amazing growl. That's the first thing you notice about it. And I'm sure even with this camera you can hear that noise coming out of the tailpipe. And of course it's a V8, a 6.2 liter V8, so it's incredibly fast. You know, I remember the first time I saw one of the Chevy SS's, it just blew my mind away. How could they come up with the concept of a bucky that goes mind-blowingly fast? They somehow did, and it sold like crazy. So it's got a heads-up display that basically will show you, it'll print onto the screen your speed as you're driving, which we've seen in some of the Mercedes-Benzes and so on and so forth. This car actually does come with a navigation system, comes with you know, audio, Bluetooth audio as well, so you can connect your phone to that. It's got a lane keeping assist button where it'll actually help you stay in your lane. It's also got a collision assist system where it'll detect the car in front of you, and if you go too close, which you may have heard a few seconds ago, it'll actually beep and warn you that you're about to have a collision. Very nice features to have. Now, the steering controls very simple to use. You've got a dial that lets you set your speed, resume your speed, that's the cruise control dial. You've also got on the right hand side your audio settings where you can control the source of your audio, whether it's Bluetooth, whether it's radio, FM, whatever the case is. You can control the sources from the right hand side of the steering wheel. You can also control your audio, like your volume. You can pick up Bluetooth calls on your phone straight from the steering panel as well. Brilliant features to have. It's got this driver mode dial on the side here that's going to let you choose the type of driving style that you want. So you've got performance, sport, and you've got touring, and each of these makes the car behave in a different way. So that's a really cool thing that allows you to customize the way the car drives. But you know, it's not all about features, especially not with this car. I mean, this car is ultimately just about raw performance and having it in the awkward form of a bucky. I mean, just listen to that. Listen to that. Oh my God, this is incredible. So, now what you want out of a bucky is obviously, performance is not going to be the first thing that comes to mind, obviously. But I guess this is meant for young people that have enough money to afford one of these cars, right? Now it's not, yes, it's not cheap, but it's not as expensive as you'd expect a V8 to be. That's the nice thing. It's within the reach of a lot of people. That's really cool. And remember one thing, you're getting a lot of features for this price as well. Now, what would be my takeaway from this? Would I get it? Absolutely. Within a heartbeat. But I've always been known to be an impractical guy. I mean, this car has 2 seats, literally 2 seats. If you want to take anyone else, you want to take your crew along, they're going to have to sit in the back of the bucky. There's no more room to seat anyone else. It's just you and your bae. And that's it. So it's not meant necessarily for the family guy that's thinking about a car where he can take his family on a vacation. That's not the point here. This is meant for young people or bachelors or maybe even retired people who don't have kids lying around the house that are into performance vehicles, unquestionably. Now, this is a really, really quick vehicle. Okay, mind you, it is super fast, as you can see. So it's not meant for somebody who doesn't know how to handle speed. If you have no clue, if you've never driven a fast car, be careful, because it really does pack a punch. Now, some of the other cool stuff that it's got, let me just quickly run over these with you. It's got these 2 dials here that basically show you the oil pressure on the left and the battery voltage on the right. It's got dual zone climate control. So you can control the temperature for the passenger, you can control the temperature for the driver, and they're both separate. Really nice to have. It's also got your park distance sensor, your park distance monitor, so when you're about to park, it's going to actually alert you when you're getting too close to a vehicle or you're getting too close to an obstacle. That's also very helpful to have as well. The other thing that it has is also your rear camera, so you can actually, the moment you put it into reverse, the camera lights up and it shows you what's behind, so you don't have to worry about craning your neck and trying to figure out what's behind you. Now it's also got this onboard computer that will let you get all your statistics about, you know, basically your performance, the power in kilowatts. It's also got the force in Newton meters of torque that goes live as you're driving. It's also got built-in Pandora internet radio, so you can actually listen to online radio straight from the car itself. That is super cool. Now another nice thing it has is it's got a DVD player and an aux input cable. So what does that actually mean? Now that means theoretically, okay, theoretically, now this is not what it's designed for, but I'm going to tell you theoretically, you can actually plug in a PlayStation into this thing and play games with your friends. At least that's what I guess you could do, but I mean, I haven't tried it out, but it sounds super cool. You can also plug in your USB sticks, so if you got music on your USB, usual stuff. DVD, so you can actually watch DVDs on the screen. Now, I don't believe it works, it'll let you watch a DVD while you're driving, but when you're parked, let's say you're waiting for someone, you want to watch a movie, you can just, you know, throw in a DVD and watch Finding Nemo or something. Alright, so in summary, what is my verdict on this car? Alright, to buy or not to buy? That is the question. And I have one thing to say. Buy, buy, buy!
We're talking about the Holden Special Vehicle R8. If bought brand new, you can insure this car for as little as $2,100 a month. But depending on your personal circumstances, this could go up. Or it could just go down.
Wow! Can you smell that? That's the smell of a brand new season. And you know what? Every time the seasons change, it brings with it renewed energy, renewed hope, and everything just seems to get better. And I've got something really special for you to celebrate this change of season. That is a car you've probably not seen around these neighborhoods much, but it's called an Infiniti G37, and it's by a company named Infiniti. So let me tell you a little bit about this. So you know how Lexus is Toyota's premium brand? Infiniti is basically Nissan's premium brand. So this car is not just as simple as it seems on the outside. It's got a couple of tricks up its sleeve. Let's go check it out. And of course, this review would not be complete if I didn't talk about the amazing surround sound system that comes with this car. Let me show you something really cool. So it comes with this amazing Bose surround sound system, and it's got speakers that are built into the headrest, as you can see here. So what that means is now you're driving down the highway, you've got wind flapping in your ears, but you can still hear the music crystal clear because it's right behind you. To finish off this test, there's one thing I have to do. Can a full-grown adult man actually fit in the back seats? Well, take a look yourself. No trickery here, folks. Full-grown adult in the back seat, fitting perfectly well. Now that is amazing.
And we're talking about the Infiniti G37. If bought brand new, you can insure this car for an exceptionally low rate of $1,600 a month. But depending on your circumstances, this could go up, or it could just go down.
And that's it for today.
Kaboom! And that's it for this week's episode of Autosport.
Kaboom.
Yeah. Be sure to tune in again next week, same time, same channel.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Bye. Guys.